I'm Allison for Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, and I'm here today to talk to you about our upcoming webinar, Interpreting the Breed Standard. So this is part of our Excel as an Owner Handler series. And one of the reasons that we are doing this is that as an owner handler, it is very, very important that you have the correct interpretation of the standard, or even multiple interpretations of the standard, so you can better understand what judges are looking for or what different judges from different countries might be looking for. So as always with our Excel as an Owner Handler series, we invite you to email us questions. So you can email us specific questions around your breed standard, what you would like interpreted or what you're having a hard time understanding what judges might be looking for. Some of the things we're going to cover are structure, and balance and angulation is a term that is thrown around in basically every breed standard out there, right? So for certain breeds, we're going to get into specifics, but for all breeds, we need to understand balance and angulation. Here we have a poodle, and many breeds are supposed to be square. And then we start taking a look at their angulation, right? So where do we measure angulation from? So here are her withers right here, my finger is on them, and this would be her layback of shoulder. So following the scapula, the shoulder blade down to the point of shoulder. So this point out here is actually her poststernum, right? So this is the front of the chest. And people can often make the mistake of measuring front angulation to there, but you measure it to the point of the shoulder and then back to the elbow, right? So you're following the upper arm back here. So this would be her front angulation, the layback of shoulder, and the return of the upper arm. So we have layback of shoulder, return of upper arm. And many experts agree that the more important thing than this being a 90-degree angle is that these angles are equal, and like these bone lengths are more equal. And then if we follow a straight line back to on the dog from the point of shoulder, we are going to come to the pin bone. So we have the hip bone here, the pin bone, and then we come down here and to the knee joint. And so from this hip bone to the pin bone and back here, this is angulation. Then of course we follow this bone down here. And again, most experts agree that you want kind of these lengths of bones to be equal, fairly equal, and that this angle should approximate this angle to have a balanced dog, a dog that has balanced angulation. But of course there are many interpretations. And one of the ones that really I think people struggle with is saying whether their dog has a good front or not. And I think the problem with that is that often people are measuring fronts. There's so many different things. What makes a good front to you? Is it simply this angulation? Or is it how much poststernum they have? Is it whether they are in or out at the elbow? And how does the lay in of shoulder compare and make everything else in the front assembly do different things, right? So dogs that have shoulders that are laid in tend to converge towards single tracking as they move. And this is for usually longer legged dogs, because bulldogs and corgis, often their lay in of shoulder is more upright because they do walk with a wider stance in front. So is that what makes a good front to you? The lay in of the shoulder as opposed to the lay back? Whether they're in or out of the elbows, whether they stand east or west in the front, or is it how much fill they have between the front legs? These are all things that we're going to dive in when we talk about your breed standard and how to interpret it. So as always at Leading Edge Dog Show Academy, we are there for the owner handler. We want there to be owner handlers out there that are the professional owner handler, somebody that is always thinking forward, always knowing that they can compete with the best of the best at any level and come out on top. So I invite you to come and join us for our Excel as an Owner Handler series. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.